So I'm just going to take a quick drink just now. The reason I take that drink is because out of all the videos I've made, this is the one most likely to get me cancelled. I am here to give you, young person, or potentially not so young person, through the lens, some life and relationship advice. And I need to be honest, 95%, more than likely higher, of you watching this are not going to like what you're going to hear. So let me speak to the young men first, because I, believe it or not, many years ago, was once a young man. So I understand you. I know what it's like to be you, to feel like you, right? But with the trends emerging online just now, and the different communities and the schools of thought that I'm seeing being followed, I think it's very important for me to remind you to be a man of your word. Here's why. Now, there's a real rise of people believing in, masculine providership. I think a lot of people confuse this with toxic masculinity. They say, oh, a man that wants to provide for a woman is toxically masculine. Firstly, nobody's saying that women can't work, right? Like Jess, my partner, she works, she makes great money, she's very successful. I still like being able to provide, but loads of young men, with the rise of content from guys like Andrew Tate, are falling into feeling more masculine. They want to be a provider, they want to go out there and be successful. They are encouraged to fall into their natural male role, which for me, I think is a very positive thing in the world when approached correctly. There is nothing wrong with wanting to provide for your family, be a strong masculine role model, be physically fit and healthy and be able to protect yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But a lot of you young fucking guys out there are using this as a cop-out and you're being bitches. It's very easy for you to watch your Fresh and Fit podcast and be like, oh yeah, if she's kissed more than one guy, she's a hoe. You're a hoe. I'm gonna fucking comment on your thing and call you this. I'm gonna call it. And you use this idea of masculinity that is being promoted by people and you misconstrue it. You make a fucking arse of yourself, an arse of the people saying it, and you use it as an excuse to try and belittle, berate, and make fun of young women on the internet. And what you also don't have is you don't have the juice. You don't have the balls to produce the goods. You're not that guy. Because when we talk about providership, and you actually go out there and you find that woman that you want, and you talk about, because you like watching Tate's videos, right? You watch his videos, you go, yeah, if I have a woman, I'm going to provide everything for her. I'm going to make money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Well, see, when you find that woman, you better be prepared to go in your fucking pocket, pull the card out, and be a man of your word. If you want that woman who is going to support you, who's going to raise your kids, who's going to be an exceptional mother, who's going to feed you, who's going to be there for you, look after your home, be that person who's beside you, supporting you in your business journey, pushing you forward to be that top level athlete, to be that top level entrepreneur, to get that next big promotion and become the top guy at the company that you work for. If you want that woman, you need to pay the piper. So many of you think that you're chasing a unicorn, that you can say all this stuff and be about that life, but these women don't actually exist, so you never actually have to do it. If you want to find the woman of your dreams, you need to become the man of your dreams, whether that be financial success, having your home in order, having your investments in order. You need to be that guy so that when you find that woman, she can have the holidays, she can have the car, she can have the bags, she can have the rings, the watches, she can have all the things that you technically are saying you want to provide her with. Because, come on, you don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to find that woman and talk that big game online about how women are this and that, but you're a brokey and you can't afford to give her anything. Gold diggers are gold diggers. There are going to be so many women out there who deliberately target men purely because they're financially successful and they want to be in the Lambo, they want to be in the G-Wagon, all that kind of stuff. But not every woman who is interested or who is attracted to financial success is a gold digger. Because let me ask you, fundamentally, is there anything wrong with a woman wanting a provider for financial success to ensure that your eventual family is safe, fed, looked after and educated? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So if you want to talk about being that guy, about how you are that guy and how those are your beliefs and morals, you better fucking produce the goods. Now, of course, I've never been a young woman. I don't know what it's like to be a young woman, but I work with a lot of young people. I see and hear from a lot of my students, and we talk about a lot that goes beyond just business. We talk about life as well, and this is the one thing I want to part on. If you're a young woman out there and you think that you want a successful man, you think that you want a man who is making the money, living the life, driving the cars, can provide you with the security that you need, can help, you guys are going to be a great team together and you can elevate him and he can elevate you. I'm telling you right now, you don't want that. You absolutely do not want that. From my experience talking to my students who are up and coming entrepreneurs, 18, 19, 20 years old, and they start making a bit of money and they're seeing a new girl, 99% of the time, they're there for the holidays. They're there to take the selfies in the car. They're there for the expensive dinners. They're there for all the benefits that come with being an entrepreneur. Yeah, maybe they fulfill their naturally feminine role of, feeding and looking after you and doing all that kind of stuff, but they don't want to support the late nights in the office, the early mornings, sorry, we can't go on that holiday because we're just about to make this big investment and it's not there. It's just because young people these days are becoming so much more entitled. And dare I say, young women, I think, are more entitled than young men. So understand the things that are going to come with being with a successful person. There's going to be late nights, there's going to be sacrifices, there are going to be big arguments that are nothing to do with you, it's just from a stressful day in the office. There's going to be so much that you can't even imagine. If you want that lifestyle, you want to be the Range Rover mum, you want to have your kids privately educated and looked after, you want the amazing lifestyle, the holiday home, the security of being with a successful man, you need to understand that he is not always going to be there. He's putting in the work to give you the life that you're looking for. Now you can chop and change this to your life. You might be a high income producing young woman, you might be a high income producing young man, and there's so many different ways this can flip around, but I'm pretty sure that you understand the general premise of what I'm talking about. Be a man or woman of your word and understand what it means to be with a successful person. So if you feel targeted right now, you're thinking, Richard, that is what I believe. I do want to be a successful young man, I want to be a successful young woman, I want to go out there, I want to make money, but I'm not quite sure the path to follow. I'm not really sure where I can get the resources, where I can get the mentorship. I'm not sure where I can get that motivation to push me to actually go and start that business and start making money. Well, don't worry, I'm here to provide you with the solution. I want you to click the link down below. You're going to find out about our amazing event that's coming up in June, the Scottish Financial Freedom Summit. 2 days, 15 different speakers, endless ways to make money, promote, scale, and sell your business. So if you want to be that successful young entrepreneur, this event is what you need. Take your first step towards success today by grabbing your ticket, and I'll see you at the event.